Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about more advanced techniques in Minecraft dungeons. Things that after if you play thousands of hours in the game, you kind of try to toy around with other things. So basically, one of the things that I'm looking for the most is find a way to maximize what the fewer items, try to maximize what few items can actually do, all right? One of the things that I'll give you an example in this video is that I'm searching for, again, a gear that if by itself it can do lots of things. By that I mean crowd control, damage, that mostly, that would be amazing. This is a Bible burster, and you asked me about it. This is my favorite item in the game right now, from what I have, of course. Why? Because it gives me so much volume. But it can be even several times better if I have another enchantment on my armor, which is Multirole. By just using this, an armor with Multirole and this bow, I get so much value out of it that actually I can actually play with builds with many other things. It gives me so much room because the damage and the crowd control is already embedded in, and not just that, I don't need to manually do it, I just need to roll. I don't need to aim with the bow, I just roll and it does everything. And it also gives me speed, so I don't need to kind of worry about getting speed from other things, so I get lots of value by doing so. Insane crowd control and tons of damage by just using this one, and if I have Multirole, this is just going to be insane. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to show you gameplay so to demonstrate it even more with some more advanced examples for more advanced players to see where I'm going with this. Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to show you an update that I did to the Piglin bolt build, and also going to show you combos. And you're probably not aware of this, but I'm going to show you that with this armor we can actually combo and do some really cool stuff. So first of all, I have a bow, this bow now with tempo theft, still cooldown as you can see here, but tempo theft, so we get the speed that you ask for. So now we have it as a secondary, not as a main one, and extra refreshment. So this was, for example, allowed me to explode, potion explode, so I can explode 2 times, you see? So take a look. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to explode, number 2, use the potion and explode again. Take a look, explode, potion, and explode again. See, combo that deals lots of damage. And I also use it even with 2 medallions to create 4 medallions. 1, 2, healing, 1, 2. 4 medallions, one after the other, like crazy. And I used to do like satchel, satchel, healing, satchel, satchel, like 4 satchels one after the other. Of course, you can do this with even more. So basically what I try to do, we try to make the best out of certain gear and try to do things that are, unusual, that not many use them before, and it can be very, very powerful on their own and also very fun, something different and unique for a change. And of course, I created a build using the Multirole and the Bubble Burster, and this with different type of other armor and other gear and artifacts. It just worked wonderfully, and I was able to finish all the daily trials without even dying once. It was actually very easy. So one thing I was able to do, for example, is just with the creeper, play it around. Look at this. Bubble, hit, bubble, hit, bubble, hit. Don't let him even a chance to actually explode. So let me show it to you again so you can see. Creeper, bubble, hit, bubble, hit, bubble, hit, bubble, hit. Now the bubble burster is amazing. It just has so much crowd control and so much damage by just rolling, especially if you can roll several times. I can just clear enemies like that by just rolling, by the way. It's just how powerful it actually is. But of course there are situations where there are big enemies and want to have kind of a time to make sure that they can focus on some enemies, stun other enemies. The stun is very long, so it gives me a lot of time. Creepers, for example, will turn with the enrage and will actually explode on nearby enemies rather than on me. Now, if you are using this bow, I'm going to show you a technique that I use heavily here, and it's very, very good. It allows me to easily clear enemies and be on the safe side almost always. So let me show it to you in slow motion. Now, the first thing that I can do is just roll, bubble the enemies, and then attack those who are not bubbled. This is actually what I do when I didn't have Multirole. So I can attack the unbubbled, I have time, attack the other one, and then go to the other ones that are bubbled because I have enough time to go through them. This is one option, all right? Now the thing is that when you have multi-role, it's much easier to do that. And this is actually what I use. This is bubble FIFO, first in, first out, attack plus bubble. So take a look. I'm saving my bubbles, I don't just spread them. Attack, bubble, attack the first one, bubble, attack the first one, bubble, attack the first one. Right, I finish with them and then another bubble. Why I do that? Well, obviously more enemies can spawn, for example, in this situation. So I want to make sure that I use the bubbles more efficiently as possible. Right, so that's why I wait, and when they spawn, I attack them, right? And then more enemies that spawn again, I attack the others. Another reason I do this is because, again, if I roll again when the first one have the bubble will explode and they can attack me. So basically I want to take advantage of the fact that they're actually stunned to just attack them regularly. If there are several enemies, I want to make sure I finish them, and then with more spawn, I use another roll, stun the enemies, attack them, and more enemies spawn, and after I finish the first one, I attack the second wave. So this is trying to maximize not just with the gear, but the way that I play to make the most out of this gear. So again, I attack, and then more enemies spawn. And there could be enemies that spawn or enemies that just come right after, right? There's some enemies, a wave of enemies that all of them are just actually there, but just they come to you at a different time, right? So you finish with the one close to you and then roll again when the other enemies are close to you. Roll again, attack the other one bubble, and then there are more spawn or more coming towards you. You roll again and attack them and take advantage. They can actually hit you in close range. So the end result, most enemies are stunned, they can't hit you. And even if you go to another enemy and prioritize the other enemy, the other ones might get enraged. So you're just gonna fight each other. So by the time you get there, they're probably already low fighting each other, don't even pay attention to you, and you can finish them very, very quickly. So again, when I play like this, it's just everything a walk in the park. And the more enemies, the more actually fun it actually is to play. And I really like toying around with different kind of micromanagement of my gear and my playstyle, both of them, to make something that is new, refreshing, and interesting in Minecraft Dungeons that is previously I haven't done before. So as you can see, insane crowd control, and by the way, you're going to deal lots of damage anyway to enemies when you roll as well. Yeah, you can see it for yourself. Attacking, rolling again, stunning enemies, attacking. Of course, I prefer attacking the one who are closer to me if I can, right? If the bubble ones are far away, I'm going to attack the closer one. By the time I get there, they're still going to be stunned, and we're going to continue this cycle. And I just feel crazy in control of what's happening, regardless of how many enemies there are. It's just crazy. And you can bubble tons of enemies like that. And this is the reason I really enjoy this in Raid Captains and Apocalypse Plus 25, because they have such a great degree of crowd control, alongside, of course, damage reduction, because they get much less damage. I control those from both range and melee. And if I do this well and I prioritize my rolls well, it makes it very, very easy to do everything. So I can finish all the daily trials with this with ease. Yeah, we're just using a build. I tried different builds, by the way. It works wonderfully with different builds, because this bubble burster with the multi-roll is just doing so much by itself that I can really play around with other things and create really unique builds by just owning this bow and having the multi-roll. I can also drop the multi-roll, but the multi-roll has so much benefits for me with this build, especially that I really like the playstyle, kind of rolling a lot, getting lots of benefits, and love melee builds. So this is really a great fit for this. So as you can see, I demonstrate with the combos, and now I'm using the bubble burster with the multi-roll a lot. And this is what I do now when I want to create kind of more exotic builds. After playing thousands of hours in this game, I really want something, you know, to get to a situation where I create a build that fits my favorite playstyle. It's something unique and interesting, and it's different. And also it takes kind of really interesting drops to make sure that it actually works, right? We need to farm a bit for it, and if I find something that actually works, I'm going to be very, very happy. Of course, sometimes it comes from just experimentation. Sometimes, of course, just something that I know. I'm just searching for certain drops to actually fit the build that I'm looking forward to build. So have you got inspired by this? If so, please tell me what unique and interesting things you actually create, right? Not go for the regular ones, right? Something that really out of the ordinary that you can really create using specific gear with specific enchantments, and tell me how you actually maximize the most out of your core and gear. I showed you one example with my bow. They give me tons of volume, and then it allows more room to actually create builds that I can use this bubble bow burster with many type of builds, with other type of armor and other type of weapons. So again, tell me which one you prefer, which one you use to create really exotic builds. And I hope you got inspired by this. I'm going to see you very soon in the next video with more cool things for advanced player, because this is the focus right now for me. So again, I'm going to show you more. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this one a like. And see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers. Bye-bye.